For JoJo Copon, it comes here in 8.
Yeah, you gotta leave that one there.
Yeah, just leave that one there.
.174 through 8 frames, so that puts him in the 2 teens. The best Matthew Lewis can do if he strikes out, 188.
Let's settle in. Settle in. Come on. Oh. Wow. Jeez.
Usually when one shot goes light, the overcompensation is the next shot. And that's what that was, going right through the nose. But again, not leaving the big split, and he's in complete control here.
Very nice cover.
Yeah, he's going to advance. He needs 5 pins on his first shot in the next game, in the 10th frame, and he will move on.
We'll remind everybody as we play through the first 4 weeks, as we narrow the field down, we'll take the 12 winners as we have the field, but we'll also add the 4 best losing scores to make the round of 16. So, you know, if you're on the losing side of things, you have to keep that in mind too. You may have lost the game, but there's still that opportunity to possibly make the round of 16 and keep yourself alive.
Yeah, that's a great point. I think our highest losing score thus far is 179.
You know, Matthew came in seated number 21, and his worst game of the qualifying 8 was a 151. So this is will be hard pressed to match this, I guess. Will he better it? Not now.
Well, the only way is to slide the 4 over into the 10. Otherwise, he's going to be in the 140s.
We saw this in week 1, didn't we? Matthew Lewis. Yeah. Well, we'll just try and forget that. 144.
Nice and easy.
And
have some fun now.
Head off to a college to study insurance, and we wish him well.
Love the socks too, by the way, Matthew, or lack thereof.
Yeah. That Mike Tyson look. Remember, Mike Tyson never wore the socks and the boots.
Yeah. All right, JoJo, you're moving on, my friend. Still a head shaker.
Not a good finish, but I'll take it anyway.
Exactly. You know, there's a saying in bowling, Vic.
Yes.
It's not how, it's how many.
Right.
Have you ever heard that?
No. JoJo Copon from Toronto has a really nice game here. He has that 1 open frame in 8, then in 10 for an even 200 game for Copon as he advances the number 4 seed, beating the 18-year-old Matthew Lewis of Stony Creek. We'll take a quick break and return with more. This is the TSN Classic Bowl Championship. It's week 2, game 2 of the TSN Classic Bowl Championship. Number 5 is a veteran player, familiar to viewers across the country on TSN, Raver Vink from Whitby, Ontario, against Vincent Trong from Markham, Ontario. City or country?
City.
Are you like country music or rock and roll?
Rock and roll.
Sunrise or sunsets?
Sunrise.
Steak or pasta?
Steak.
You like to go to movies or read books?
Movies.
Comedy or suspense?
Comedy.
Would you drive a van or an SUV?
SUV.
Sedan or convertible?
Convertible.
I thought so. Hockey or baseball?
Hockey.
Good choice. Big Lebowski or Kingpin?
Lebowski.
Oh. I think I know this. Are you a country or a city guy?
City.
You like country music or rock and roll?
Rock and roll.
Not country?
No.
You're a NASCAR fan, for God's sake.
Rush.
Sunrise or sunset?
Sunset.
Pasta or steak?
Steak.
Books or movies?
Ooh, tough one. Books.
Suspense or comedy?
Comedy.
If you had a chance, would you drive a van or an SUV?
SUV.
Sedan or convertible?
Convertible.
Hockey or baseball?
Ooh, hockey.
Should say NASCAR. And Big Lebowski or Kingpin?
Oh, Kingpin.
Vincent Trong from Markham, Ontario, with a couple of strikes up against the veteran, fifth-seeded Ray Vervink from Whitby.
Did you know I've been to Markham, Ontario?
Push! And he crashes the head pin. Well, you know, I just assumed when we first met, I said, "Is this your first trip?" And he said, "No." And then I realized that you were part of the opening here. And how much of Canada have you seen?
Well, let's see, from Edmonton to here, but I was in Markham for the IOF Foresters tournament. We had there for a couple of years, and then they moved it to Classic Bowl here, beautiful Classic Bowl.
Oh, very nice.
So yes, I'm quite accustomed to your ways, Vic. Hey, this is one way to
not
make
all my ways.
Yeah. This is one way to make the 310, huh?
Terrific.
All right, Vincent.
Very nice. Ray Vervink. Oh! Late tap on the 7.
Needs a little bit more motion, a little sooner. That ball is just pushing farther and farther down the lane for Ray. So it's either a ball change or it's an adjustment in speed to try to get the bowling ball to start up a little bit sooner to finish more flush into the 1-3 pocket.
Ray's a big NASCAR fan.
Really, left turns?
Yeah, it's all left turns. Well, not all. You see, it depends where you are, Watkins Glen or Sonoma, but yeah, I just went to Michigan this past summer. Well, oh, it's Bristol.
Ray's got a lot of game. You can tell he's got a lot of experience. He's made the adjustments. Remember the calculations we talked about went through his head after the first and third frame on this left lane. He squares up just a pinch, right through the 1-3 pocket, drives all 10 in the pit.
Nice. You do know it, don't you, when you release it?
Yeah, I mean, you can tell as soon as it leaves your hand. It's a feel game, so you can, you know, that ball comes off the right way and it's heading in the right direction and it gets pretty close to the target you're looking at. You have a pretty good idea that it's going to be close. We have a 9-pin match right now with Vincent Trong trying to take a 19-pin advantage through 6 frames. Remember, Ray Vervink working on a double.
That's it. Not too much of the head pin. Different equipment. He changed balls. Is that because one on one lane works better than the other?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he didn't like the looks of the ball that he used on the left lane. He didn't like that on the right lane. Remember, he left a 10-pin, and then on the left lane followed it up with that late 10 that got taken out. So he decided to switch balls on the right lane. He might be thinking about using that ball now on both lanes. Oh, that was close.
It really was.
Real close.
So that's an inopportune time, though, to come up with an open in 6 after marks through the first 5.
Yeah, huge. Plus he lost a few pins in count there. 4 to be exact. So now Ray Vervink is taking the lead, sitting in his chair watching that 6th frame.
Bye.
That's tough.
Six-pin lead for Ray. If he can convert here, we've got a tight match. Vincent now going through what Ray went through on that same left lane. Vincent's trying to figure out what to do on the left lane the next time he's up on that left lane.
And he hangs it on the edge for the spare. Talked about the experience of Ray Vervink from Whitby, as he is now, after that open in 9, put up marks right through 6. 98 through 5, trailing by 7, with a spare up to Trong's open. But I mean, here's a fellow that, you know, we forget this about the game of bowling, that you can in fact travel the world. I mean, he's represented Canada in Malaysia. He's played in that Tournament of Americas a number of times down in Miami. He's been to Guatemala. He's a member of the Greater Toronto Hall of Fame. I mean, we sometimes take for granted that, you know, join the Navy, see the world. I mean, bowl and see the world.
Yeah, that's a great point, Vic. And, you know, I've been able to travel the world as well, and it's all due to the sport of bowling.
There we go.
We have a 5-pin match through 7. Vincent Trong looks like he's locked and loaded on this right lane. The issue is, what kind of an adjustment is he going to make on the left lane?
Boy, just hung out there a little too long, huh?
Yeah, just a little quick with that shot. Causing the ball to push just a little long, leaving the 2-8. You gotta love the graphics on the lane. It looks like the lane's all cracked and stuff, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's all from that masking. It looks so cool. But again, that ball just pushing a little bit too long down the lane. Luckily, only leaving the 2-8, not the 10 to go with it.
Now this, as you said, was his strong lane. He walks away with a spare. Does that put any doubt into his mind, especially when he goes over and bowls on the left-hand side?
No, I don't think it puts any doubt in his mind, because he knows he can hit the right lane. This is the big question mark right here coming up on the left lane. Remember what I said? I think he should maybe use the same ball that he was using on the right lane.
Right.
That's exactly what he's going to do now. The blue ball is gone. He's using this one.
That's it.
It's almost like we're connected somehow, Vincent and I. I said to use the same ball on both lanes. He uses the same ball on both lanes. Yeah. He gets the strike on the left lane. It's like we're like one.
Simpatico.
Yeah. Whatever that means.
Well, he's the big TNT. You're just the little TNT.
Yeah, they call me the firecracker.
The firecracker, yes.
Nice mess.
Oh my! How's that?
Well, I don't think Ray expected that ball to hold line. He said nice miss as soon as he let it go, and that ball went flush. Right now, Ray's kind of going, how in the world did that stay on line? Watch this little tug action here.
It's interesting. It's as if he thought it was really going to cross over. For some reason, it held up for him.
Yeah, and you know what? You know why that is? The players are experiencing what we call carry down, where oil is actually moving down the lane. The bowling balls are dragging the oil down the lane, and what that does is creates a little bit more hold in the middle part of the lane.
So now, as a bowler, you have to then what? Adjust, read it.
You have to read it and adjust to it, sir.
There you go. Kick off the wall to get the 10.
Double up, buddy. Double up.
Things are starting to heat up over here. Classic bowl, my friend. 5-pin match.
This is as good a game as we've seen now in the second week of our championship. Vervink with the double up in 8 and 9, and Trong with a strike in 8, looking to match him. 5 pins the difference.
Push, push.
Crunched it.
All right, well, now he wants to cover this spare and then finish strong in the 10th frame, put a little pressure back on Ray Vervink.
Spare up, buddy. Spare up.